Buenas, vamos a seguir con el Regreso al Futuro. A ver, continuar. Yes. A ver, ¿dónde estábamos? Jueves 15 de mayo de 1980. Ah, vale, perfecto. Vale, perfecto. ¿Y esto?
Attention, citizens! This domicile is in violation of Civic Ordinance CZ-36 and has been placed in protective quarantine until corrective measures can be taken. Please back away from the house and have a nice day.
Cojones.
Don't violate the perimeter, son.
¿Pero por qué no podemos entrar en nuestra casa?
Insufficiently polished shoes. Good day, citizen.
¡Oh! ¡Mi guitarra!
Hey, what's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids who look up to you as a model of studiousness and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
¿Cómo?
Come on, Dad, I need that guitar.
Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because...
El rock and roll es mi destino. La música te hace bien.
music is good for you. It improves your mental performance.
Then take up the piccolo. Leave the electric guitar to the rebels and malcontents.
¿Cómo?
A certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl? You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, my kind of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
¡Ah, ah! ¡Qué cabrón!
Hill Valley.
This is my axe. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Perfect place to live. That wasn't a note of irony in your voice.
Vale.
was it, citizen?
¿Podré usar con Jennifer de verdad?
Right, officer. Move along.
Greetings, programs. LeBrock 2.0. Anatomical constructs for sciences of all sorts. Boring.
Joder, los disquetes duros. ¿Cuánto tiempo, tío? ¿Y esto?
Good morning, Mrs. Brown.
Joder. ¿Pero qué hace? Monitor, videograbadora.
Oh, it's recording. I don't want to mess up Dad's work.
Vale. ¡Ah! Algo habrá que hacer por aquí, ¿eh? Pero no sé qué.
I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
Ah, you know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
¿Y qué buscas?
Interesting. What do you mean, interesting?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at soup mo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
¿Beber?
Whoa, Dad, what are you telling me? Are you saying Mom's a drunk?
Shh, I don't know for sure that your mother has relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk.
A ver, ¿qué escondías cuando llegué?
What were you hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
A ver, estás bromeando. No puede ser.
You're kidding.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality.
Pero...
What?
But, confidentially, not everybody appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course. But in private, well, just listen.
I tell you, Bert, this regime is a joke. They're all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown. May his beloved courthouse be struck by lightning. Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy...
Well, you get the idea.
Sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Does Citizen Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the public relations department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
¿Por qué no los
You
ve?
should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
Ya. Yo le llevaré las cintas.
Why don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure, not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
A ver, preguntas sobre mí.
It's about me.
I'm all ears.
Well, from certain things I've heard, I get the idea that people in this town regard Marty McFly as a
As a what?
nerd.
They said that?
In so many words.
Just because a boy studies hard and gets straight A's and respects the rules and doesn't party or drink or stay out late and is perhaps a bit socially inept and obsessed with personal hygiene and prefers his rubber band collection
Stop!
to...
I really don't want to hear anymore.
I'm proud of you, son.
Is there anywhere you expect me to be, like, right now?
Well, I did expect you to be up at the lake until tomorrow with that math-and-magic competition, so I guess your time is pretty much your own right now.
Ok.
I'm trying to understand why Jennifer broke up with me in this time. Recent past.
Are you still mooning over that girl? Forget her! She's bad news. Why, my surveillance cameras have caught her doing things that are completely against the Hill Valley Code.
I don't want to know.
Kissing boys. Sitting with boys in cars. I've kept quiet about it for her father's sake, but believe me, you're well rid of her.
A ver.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
Preguntas sobre
So about you and your, work.
Shoot.
You seem to be really into this spying business.
It's not spying, son. It's cinema verite. These candid moments of Hill Valley's residents will eventually be compiled and edited into the documentaries and promotional materials that advertise our way of life to the rest of the world. True, you can argue that I've taken things to extremes, but I still get up to take my meals and, of course, to use the facilities.
Llámalo como quieras. Cinema verite, como te dé la gana. Estás metiéndote en la privacidad de la gente.
You're supposed to be. I mean, wouldn't you rather spend your time writing, say, science fiction novels?
Science fiction. I did mess around with that once, but that was before Citizen Brown made it illegal.
Science fiction's illegal?
¿En serio?
Sci-fi promotes an unhealthy obsession with the fantastic and impossible, and it encourages the idea that there might be better societies than Hill Valley, which is subversive nonsense, of course.
A ver.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
It's about Mom. How'd she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
Porque es una mierda.
She's thinking about signing up for the Citizen Plus program.
Is she now?
You're not gonna let her go through with it, are you?
Well, from what I hear, it's a fairly drastic procedure which completely reshapes the subject's personality. On the other hand, if Citizen Brown recommends it, it's gotta be a good thing.
Don't you think Mom would be a little more relaxed if you gave her just a little bit of space?
Now, there's a fine suggestion. What would Hill Valley be like if people gave each other space? Why, we'd all be tempted to follow our own impulses, and there's no telling where that might lead.
Ay, la hostia.
Something on your mind?
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
Vale.
Have you seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's really different from the way I remember him.
Lucky dog. In a way, it isn't fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new Citizens Plus program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous.
Have you ever spent time with Citizen Brown?
Well, of course I'm in the audience for every one of his public addresses.
One-on-one, I mean.
Oh, no. He'd never notice a common Sector L citizen like me. But I dream that someday he'll recognize me for my public service and maybe let me shake his hand.
Madre mía, las cosas.
What can you tell me about Edna?
Mrs. Citizen Brown? Oh, she's a wonderful woman. People just think of her as this sweet, self-effacing grandmotherly type.
Edna? Are we talking about the same?
But really, she's just as involved in running the town as her husband is.
David and Linda.
Have you heard from them?
No, I thought maybe you had.
Not in ages. As far as I know, he's still working for the big city newspaper, and she's still in that women's boarding house. I'll never understand why they decided to leave Hill Valley.
Ah, ¿no?
Something on your mind?
¿Qué pasa con la casa?
What's the deal with the house, Dad?
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your Mathemagic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ36 violation.
What?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute, we can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
Pero sácalos. Están en el polvo. Quiero decir, hay ácaros por todas partes. No se pueden contener.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but they're kind of backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare. Hill Valley has a lot of rules.
It certainly does, for our own good.
A ver.
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old PDA law. Indeed it is. And what's more, violation carries a hefty load of demerits. But you know, it's a law people break with surprising regularity. Why, I could show you videotaped evidence.
How exactly do people get other people to break it?
On second thought, perhaps I shouldn't show you the videotaped evidence.
Qué bueno.
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old parrots. Show you video.
How
On second thought.
If I got caught with a contraband item, I'd get in a lot of trouble, right?
You certainly would. You could be facing up to 1,000 demerits, depending on the item. But of course, you wouldn't be caught dead with anything illegal. It's your mother I'm worried about.
A ver.
Did you ever harbor a dangerous animal?
Haha! Couldn't if I wanted to. They've all been banned. But I did catch something very interesting on one of my monitors yesterday. Which one was it? Oh, yes! Does that look like a stray dog to you? Whatever it is, Edna's Animal Patrol will make short work of it.
Aini.
Something on your mind?
How exactly does this setup work?
I'm glad to see you taking an interest. Each of these monitors is connected to multiple cameras, of which I've strategically jacked into throughout the valley, with official clearance, of course. I can switch between cameras with these buttons. There's also a VCR for each monitor. I keep a record of everything I see, so if I happen across something intriguing, I can keep it on file.
Ok.
Well, I'll leave you to your snooping.
Supervising, son, supervising.
I'll leave you to it.
Right.
Vale. Vale, a ver qué podemos hacer. Vale, ahora que tenemos información, a lo mejor podemos... A ver qué más hay aquí. Vale, parece que solo hay dos escenarios por... 3 escenarios por monitor. Vale. Ah. Vale. Me parece que es completamente aleatorio, ¿eh? Oh. Vale.
Oh, it's recording. I don't want to mess up Dad's work.
Vale, vámonos al centro de la ciudad. A lo mejor podemos tocar la guitarra para impresionar a Jennifer.
What's the problem, citizen?
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine now. Thank you. How are you?
Qué bueno.
Mom has a hidden stash of booze like Dad says. That may be my only hope of getting my hands on some contraband.
Sí, eso es a lo que iba a ir ahora, pero no te flipes. Don't flip yourself. Justo iba a ir ahora ahí, pero demasiado rápido. Vamos a hablar con Lorraine. Vamos a hablar con Lorraine. Ah, también con Jennifer, ¿eh? Oh.
Locked. She missed a spot.
Qué mierda.
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is in there. I'd rather he come out here. If Mom is a hidden stash of booze like Dad says, that may be my only hope of getting my hands on some contraband. That's no way to treat such a fine guitar.
Vale. No podemos abrir esto, tío. Ah, tan cerrada está. A ver. Sé que la pista me está... mira.
Okay. Welcome to Soup Mo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Leech, was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off.
Mm-hmm.
You and Jennifer? Really?
Oh, is the poor little nerd jealous?
Well, yeah, and a little disgusted.
That's probably the soup.
You better treat Jen with respect, Leech.
Hey, I got nothing but respect for Jennifer. Respect for her eyes, for her hips, the way she wriggles when she...
Hey!
Now, that dork that let her get away, there's a loser that I got no respect for.
Okay.
You got a cold or something?
Ugh, it's allergies. I swear there's a dog hanging out around here somewhere.
Huh.
Dog?
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
You sure there's a dog around here?
Listen, smart boy, there's only two things I'm allergic to. Dogs and disco, and I don't hear no chicka bow wow, do you?
No.
Then it's a dog.
Okay.
What's on the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
What kind of soup you got?
Scrolle...
Ribellini?
Yeah, that's right.
Some things never change. What falls under the more category?
We got neat loaf. It's made with textured wheat protein.
No thanks.
¿Algún otro más?
What else falls under the more category?
Well, there's the hum burger. It's made from pressed roasted hummus.
Do you have any real meat back there?
Define real.
I'm afraid to ask, but what other non-soup food do you have? Anything edible?
Well, we have these pea and liver with soy cheese hot dogs. They're new, and we're offering free samples. You want one?
Pues sí, venga.
Where are the free samples?
Here, I keep them behind the counter.
Oh, God.
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
¿Qué diablos es esta mierda?
What are those things?
Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
Why are the samples behind the counter?
I can't
Por
leave
el
them
perro.
out, dude. There's a DOG running around town, and he keeps going after the sample tray, knocking them all over the ground.
A dog? Wait, these samples haven't been on the ground, have they?
Geez, McFly, relax. They're fresh, mostly.
About this dog, what's he look like?
Beats me. He's a smart little SOB. He only comes around when my back is turned.
Then how do you know it's a dog? You can smell him?
Allergies, dimwit.
Ok. Vale, pues ya estaría.
See ya.
Smell you later.
Hmm. Oh,
Hey! There's that mangy. Go get him, McFly!
pobrecito de Seini. ¿Me lo llevo? Me lo llevo.
He's got to be hiding in here somewhere.
A ver.
You in there, Einie? Or whatever your name is these days?
Ah,
Not
pobrecito.
a sign of him.
A ver si le podemos tocar un poco la guitarra.
Check this out.
What? You swiped your big brother's guitar? Is that supposed to impress me?
It's not my brother's, it's mine.
Yeah, sure. And you'd play it for me, only you don't have an amp.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pathetic.
What the fuck, es cierto. Hay amplificadores. Aquí solía
Ripped up the
estar.
entrance to the old speakeasy.
Sí, aquí solía estar el speakeasy. Vale, a ver qué podemos hacer.
McFly? My spray can?
Oh,
Dork.
Mierda. Vale, ha vuelto ahí dentro. A ver si podemos hacernos con él. Supongo que tendremos que darle con la salchicha. O sea, usar la salchicha en... Yes.
where could he be hiding?
A ver, veamos aquí.
Decency prevents me from leaving this here. I bet you're under here. Not a sign of him.
¿En serio? Irá cambiando. Supongo que esto será un puzzle, ¿no?
That stray never... I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Esto será un puzzle. Habrá que hacer algo. Irá cambiando de sitio. Miraré detrás de la nevera ahora, pero supongo que habrá que hacer algo más. Habrá que tapiar o algo así. No tapiar, pero habrá que tapar la salida de alguna forma. No
Where could he be
parece, ¿eh?
hiding?
A ver, paleta, heladera, mesa.
Stay put now, boy. Wherever you are.
No, va cambiando.
Not a sign of him. Not interested. I always guess wrong. If only he left some sort of tracks I could detect.
Ok.
What to paint? What to paint?
Ah, perfecto.
It would look better blue.
Vale, ahora sí. Ahora sí. Aunque le vamos a dejar las patitas llenas de pintura, pobrecito. Poor guy. Huh.
Now we're in business.
Vale, ahora sí.
Outsmarted you, didn't I?
Pobrecito.
Oh, don't be like that, Einie.
Vale, ahora a lo mejor sí que le podemos intentar dar la carnecilla.
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you. Attaboy. Now hold still. See,
Qué bonito.
I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. I wish they were all this easy. Huh? What is it, boy?
¡Es Edna!
Einstein, wait!
¡Qué bueno! Como la invasión de los ultracuerpos.
Back! Down! Sit! Play dead!
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein? Oh, if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen.
Oh.
Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Parker, demerit this hooligan at once. I'll return this creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Filthy, wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble, unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
Ok. Vale. Ah, tenemos demérito de perro. Pila de deméritos.
Oh, they look like parking tickets. Do I gotta pay a fine or something? This one's for harboring or owning a vicious dog. Aw, Einstein's just misunderstood. A stranger in a strange land. Like me.
¿Puedo juntarlos con...? No, ¿verdad? No, no puedo. Da igual. Vale, Lorraine.
Leave the statue alone.
Alright.
¡Ja, ja! ¿Qué es esto? Vale.
Mom?
A ver. Preguntar sobre la cantimplora.
Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned...
Your father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad! Mom! Knock it off, you two!
Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad, I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Lorraine.
No.
Lorraine, I'm just trying to look out for you. You know the kind of trouble we can get into if you're drinking again.
George, I wouldn't be so on edge if you weren't suffocating me all the time.
Was that an admission?
An admission of how smothered I am by you.
Mom?
A ver, preguntar sobre la cantimplora otra vez. No. Vale, vamos a conversar con ella. Vale, de todo. Para intentar sacar pistas.
I'm having a bad day, Mom. Can I ask you a few things?
We all have our share, son.
I, lost my timesheet. What have I got going on this week?
Well, Monday is Junior Brown Brigade.
Junior what now?
And Tuesday is Model UN.
Model UN?
Mm-hmm. You represent Djibouti. On Wednesday, you'll be overseeing the board game club at the rec center.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Okay.
I saw Jennifer earlier today.
Oh, Jennifer. What a spunky gal. Are you two patching things up?
She totally blew me off.
Well, I'm not the world's biggest dating expert, seeing as how I married the first guy to fall from the sky. But maybe you should spend a little less time with your microscopes and ant farms, and a little more time tending to her needs. What kind of things is she passionate about, Martin? What are her interests?
I don't even know anymore.
You see?
Claro.
Everyone is treating me like some sort of goody two-shoes, Mom.
They're just jealous that you're such a perfect citizen of Hill Valley.
Have I always been this way?
Always been a perfect little son? Going on 18 years now.
What about that time I set fire to the living room?
Oh, but you only did that so you could show us the fire retardant you made with your chemistry set.
Heavy. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Sobre ella.
What about you, Mom?
What about me?
What are you doing out here polishing the statue?
I know! I was scheduled to clean the clock this month, but then Needle's mom ate some of that bad tofu that's been going around. So there was some reshuffling in the L sector duty roster, and here I am. I kinda wish I was cleaning the clock, though. So much nicer up there without all the cameras.
The cameras?
Wave to Big Brother. Or Big Husband in this case.
Qué bueno.
I saw you talking to Biff about the Citizen Plus program.
Biff says I'd be a perfect candidate for it.
I know Biff, and if that's what the Citizen Plus program does to people, then you don't want any part of it.
But Biff has been reformed. Look at him. He seems so happy now. So at peace with this town. What I wouldn't give.
He's a total veg, Mom.
Your father is always telling me that I don't invest enough in the workings of our great Citizen Brown. Maybe it's time for me to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow.
Okay, just hold off for a bit, please. I don't want you doing anything rash. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Estoy viendo que por aquí está el oficial Parker. Iremos a hablar con él también. Para ver si podemos romper alguna regla.
So, what's up with Dad?
Indeed. What is up with him?
That setup in his garage is pretty intense.
That's not the word I'd use. More like creepy.
I heard that.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
Is there any way I could talk to Citizen Brown?
Oh, you know how difficult that is, Martin. The great man spends so much time coming up with new rules and demerits that he barely has time to talk to us anymore. I guess that's the price we pay for a safe, happy city.
So he doesn't see anyone?
Not unless someone starts rolling up the demerits. He still takes a personal interest in those situations. And of course you could talk to Mrs. Brown.
Clara?
No, silly. Edna.
Edna Strickland?
Mm-hmm.
A ver.
Wait, Doc, Citizen Brown is married to Edna Strickland?
Did you get a bump on the head or something? They've been happily married for nearly 40 years. In fact, if you ask me, I think Edna wears the pants in the relationship.
No
She's
shit.
the one always announcing the day-to-day bulletins. Probably writes them herself.
I need to sit down. Biff seems, unusually mellow.
Well, he should be. He just finished the Citizen Plus program. So far, it looks like it's done him a world of good.
You don't think he seems a bit off? I mean, he's so un-Biff.
Well, isn't that the point? You remember what he used to be like? He was an unholy terror.
He wasn't that bad.
Now,
Hombre,
sure. but
era
you
un
should have seen it in
potencial
high
violador
school.
y un criminal, quiero decir.
I can imagine.
A ver, era un criminal. De todas, pero de todas.
What do you think of Jennifer, Mom?
Well, she certainly looked like quite a handful, dear. I was really hoping some of her, joie de vie would have rubbed off on you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Martin, you can be a little uptight sometimes.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it, Mom.
Well, maybe you needed to hear it. There's nothing wrong with having priorities in life. Just maybe Jennifer should have been a little higher on your list.
Yeah, she should.
Well, you did buy that guitar. That's a step in the right direction. Women love musicians. Just keep practicing and I'm sure you'll get better.
What are you talking about? I'm a great musician.
That's the spirit.
Es que me estoy imaginando al Marty de esta época.
Jen's dad doesn't seem to like me very much.
He's just a little stressed out, dear. Filling the crime-stomping shoes of his legendary father makes poor Danny Jr. a little twitchy.
So I see.
But he gets the job done. Between him and his father, Hill Valley's been as dry as the Sahara Desert for decades now. Unfortunately.
Dry? Doc was right. We did overdo it.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Is it just me, or does Hill Valley feel really strict today?
Some might even call it stifling. But you didn't hear that from me.
Vale.
Biff told me that he got in trouble for public displays of affection.
Can you believe it? Sure, things got a little out of control back in the 60s with the free love and all, but now even holding hands will get you a verbal warning.
Wait, so you can't even kiss?
Can't even hug. It's barbaric. City Hall treats us like a bunch of children going to the movies.
Biff was talking about all the contraband he used to keep. Do you know anything about that?
What are you implying, Martin?
I'm not implying anything. I just want to know what kind of contraband might still be around. You know, so I can watch out for it. Like a good citizen.
Well, I wouldn't know about such things. But people still smuggle alcohol in from the next county. I heard the kids at school have been smuggling Xerox copies of Dungeons and Dragons. I bet you'd be into something like that, huh?
Oh.
I'll get back to you on that.
Hombre, no tiene por qué ser alcohol. Así que...
I found a stray dog near Supmo.
Oh my, is he dangerous?
No, he's shaggy. I mean friendly. And then Edna and Officer Parker took him away.
Oh, that's a shame.
Do you think he'll be okay?
Edna Brown may not be a dog lover, but she's not a monster. The dog is probably on a train to Utah.
Utah?
All good dogs go to Utah.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Mom, look, I'm on your side. If you've got a problem, I want to help, but this is a choice you gotta make yourself.
Oh, look at you. You're such a sweet boy. I'm so glad you take after me rather than your father.
What, Lorraine? What?
Ugh! I can't live like this!
Dad, you're not helping.
Oh, but I disagree, Martin. It's important that I catch her in the act so I can get it on tape. Once it's on tape, I can show her that she has a problem.
That's ridiculous, Dad. You're acting like this is some kind of sting operation.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. There. What did you just hide? That was some sort of fruity liqueur.
It's a spray bottle of simple orange for the cleaning I'm trying to do!
Lorraine, I'm sorry. It's just that you're acting so cagey lately.
Cagey? Maybe I'm acting like I don't want to be spied on all the time.
It's not all the time, Lorraine. I do sleep occasionally, you know.
Vale, se me ocurre que para que pueda hablar con Lorraine tranquilamente debería desactivarle las cámaras al padre. Y de paso a ver si encuentro un mini amplificador en casa o algo. Aquí tiene que haber algo, ¿no? Vale.
Horde. Sure. Never trust a guy with less than 1,000 demerits, am I right?
A ver.
I just can't get through to Mom with Dad always spying on us.
Vale. A ver si así funciona. Debería de funcionar, pero claro. No sé si hay que bloquearlo de alguna forma o algo. Quiero decir, es un poco endeble la solución, porque George lo único que tiene que hacer es encender el monitor otra vez y ya está. Pero bueno.
Mom? Mom, please.
Yeah, Lorraine. Listen to us.
¡Ah!
Damn it, Dad.
What?
Butt out. Mom? Mom?
Huh? Where'd she...
Mom?
¡Otra vez! ¡No!
Aha! I knew it. Hey,
No.
Vale.
Lorraine, don't ignore me. Lorraine!
No.
¿Qué
I'm not
podemos
talking to you.
hacer?
Why are you acting so childish?
Why are you treating me like a child?
¡Ah!
Acting so childish!
Why are you treating me like a child?
I asked you first.
¿Qué podemos hacer? Bueno, sea lo que sea que podamos hacer, será en el siguiente episodio. Salvar partida, yes. Así que... ¡hala! Nos vamos. Muchas gracias por haber venido conmigo un día más, maldita sea. Seguiremos en la siguiente ocasión, que no sé cómo será, si será mañana o será pasado o cuándo. ¡Hala! Por TUSB, maldita sea.